Going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If y'all are in the building and y'all can hear me, please drop your ones in the chat. Drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly out there so we can get right into it. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Y'all hear me out there? Okay, let me get a couple of more ones, y'all. I see a couple. Let me get a couple of more. Let me get two more ones. Let me get two more ones. Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Get two more ones. Need to make sure y'all can hear me before we get into this. Okay. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone in the building. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I'm glad you guys can hear me. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. Shout out to all the visionaries. Shout out to my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Shout out to everyone. Got another great show lined up for you guys today. Today, we will be talking about the Texas flood crisis. So make sure if you're in the building, make sure you double tap your screens and hit that like button if you're here via the vertical feed. Smash that like button if you're here through the vertical feed. Also, share the show, y'all. Share the show. Share the show. Share it on y'all community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, your Twitters, anywhere that you share content. Share the show. Share the show, y'all. Share the show. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Let's see who's here. Let's shout everyone out, and then we're going to get into it. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. Shout out to Sin in the building. Shout out to the cynical one, the first one in the building today. Shout out to you, Sin. I appreciate you as one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Shout out to you, Sin. Shout out to Miss Keita T in the building. Hey, Keita T, how you doing? Shout out to you. I appreciate you always coming through and holding it down as well. Thank you so much, Miss Keita T. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man Suavemente. Shout out to my guy Third Ward, man. He said this USDA track is my favorite John. Haven't heard it in a while. Yeah, bro. Sometimes I go back in my archive and I be certain songs just come to my mind for certain shows. And that's why I be playing certain songs on shows, bro. And I'm gonna talk about that before I get into the topic too. Hey Scorpio, shout out to Miss Scorpio Mama in the building with 3 for 3 on a lovely lady Mars today. Hey Scorpio, good to see you. Good to see you. Said you're a little busy today. Shout out to you, Scorpio. You know the other lady. You know the other lady's gonna hold you down. Shout out to Miss Rain and Woman in the building. We got a top lovely lady mod in here today. Good to see you, Raina. She says, greetings. We're back doing house chores and minding my trades while I listen in. Hey, folks. Good to see you, Miss Rain and Woman. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man, All the War in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We doubling up, man. We doubling up, man. Shout out to my guy, All the War in the building. Peace, fam. Mike C. What up, Mike C? Shout out to Mike C. Mike C says, Texas failed, not the president. Yeah, you see how they trying to blame it on Trump, right? Any little thing that happened now, they going to blame Trump. Hey, Purple Groovy, good to see you back. Shout out to Miss Purple Groovy in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Absolutely, Sin. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we back, Brownie. Good to see you. We back. Shout out to my man Ebo in the building. What up, Ebo? What's good, fam? Salute, bro. He says, if you don't mind, can you give my channel a review? Yeah. Yeah, we could talk about it. I wouldn't do it publicly though, bro. We could talk about it in the background though. We could talk about it in the background. Shout out to my brother Ebo, man. Headbanger video. Salute. How you doing, Miss Gigi? Shout out to Miss Gigi in the building. Good to see you, Miss Gigi. Shout out to everyone that's in the building, man. Y'all see the show. Y'all see the show. Trump's shocking response to the Texas flood crisis. Before we get into it, right? We're gonna get into the songs that I played before I got into the show, right? And I know sometimes y'all be wondering why I play certain songs. Sometimes I play songs because they're songs I want to hear, but a lot of times the music that I play before the show, it usually coincides with the show. So, and I just have to say this because this is crazy, right? I grew up on Jeezy. I grew up listening to Young Jeezy, right? And Jeezy was a very big influence on us, on my generation. Jeezy was a very big influence, right? And Jeezy had a lot of dudes doing some illicit activities off of his music, right? But we didn't pay attention that we was getting bamboozled the whole time. We was getting bamboozled the whole time. And not just because of the lyrics per se or the lifestyle that they were promoting. I say that because these guys are not gangster. What they call it today, they call it getting backdoored. We got backdoored. Our generation, hip hop backdoored us. We was following a bunch of goddamn liars. Because how we sitting here listening to a guy by the name of Young Jeezy make us believe he was selling bricks of cocaine, right? He got us believing he was this big time hustler. But the name of his rap group was called USDA. How didn't we see this? See, we thought these rappers, right? Because we believed what they were saying. We thought that they was against the government. We thought they was against the establishment. We thought they was against America. These niggas trained us to throw our lives away. While he's sitting here talking all this drug talk, the name of his group is called USDA, which is a goddamn federal agency in the government. USDA. What is the USDA responsible for? And we sitting here believing that this nigga is a big time drug dealer. We sitting here listening to this shit, thinking they anti-government, thinking they anti-system. The name of his crew is called USDA. USDA. Yeah, it's all BS, Mike C. USDA. Mark Johnson says agriculture. And what's cocaine? What's cocaine? The coca leaf. We sitting here thinking, oh, he the man. Oh, he made it. This a black man that made it. This nigga was lying to us. USDA. Exactly, Mark Johnson. They're a part of it. These rappers are agents. Remember, we spoke about this on a previous show when I told y'all celebrities have a certain level of government clearance. These niggas was liars, bro. A third, this nigga Jeezy was sending niggas to jail. He was sending niggas to jail. USDA. This nigga had us outside talking about we part of the USDA. You see how we got bamboozled, y'all? Don't work for no white man. USDA. Do for self. Work for yourself. USDA. See how they lied to us? These niggas was lying. These niggas was agents. USDA. Nigga, you work for the government. You work for the government. My president is black. My Lambo is blue. These niggas work for the government. But all these years we was outside, we thought they was anti-government. We thought we was doing something by selling drugs. We thought we was doing something by becoming criminals and catching kingpin charges. We thought we was doing some shit. No, we wasn't. Guess what we was doing? Being degenerate Americans. Because that's what hip-hop taught us to be, degenerates. These niggas sat here and convinced us to sell all the crack in the world. Nigga, Jeezy told us to get as much crack to sell a snowman. And this nigga was hollering, USDA, a federal agency. And then where did BMF go? To the feds. And how ironic did Big Meech get out of federal prison? And we all know what came out behind his name. USDA. See how it all was a lie, y'all? The streets, all that shit is it's a lie. It ain't a myth, it's a lie. You know, Troy Ave, he liked to say the streets is a myth. No, the streets is a lie. That shit is an illusion. It's a lie. Don't nobody keep it real. Nobody. They all down with the government. All these niggas. Rick Ross, he was down with the government. Yeah. The one who sold all them drugs in California. He was down with the government. 6ix9ine, the government. El Chapo, the government. All these niggas are rats. But they had us believing, hey man, you a black man in America. If you want to get by, you gonna have to hustle. You gonna have to hustle out here. Cause you ain't gonna make it working for no white man. But these niggas working for the white man the whole time. USDA lied to us. That's why I played it. Shout out to my brother Ebo, man. I appreciate the super chat. Ebo says, bro, when all those artists came out, Jeezy, Gucci, Hot Boys, and others, I told everyone these dudes were the worst thing you could listen to. People clowned the hell out of me for spitting truth. Facts. Facts. And I believe that. I believe you too. Shout out to Ebo. I believe you. I believe you too. They lied to us, man. Hey, L'Oreal, good to see you. Good to see you. We got 2 top lovely lady mods in the building today. Good to see you, sis. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building. USDA. So today we're going to talk about the Texas flood crisis. We're going to find out what Trump got to say about this. See, remember when we just did the last show about Trump and Elon? I was telling y'all that Trump really don't want to deal with this Elon stuff because he's focused on other things. He got a whole lot of other shit to worry about. And let me say this too. To everybody out there that's in leadership position, whether you are male or female, if you are in the leadership position, right? Don't never get upset when the people who are following you blame you for anything. See, Donald Trump is in a position where he has to be willing to accept that people's going to blame everything on him. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true. I'm not sitting here saying just accept people throwing shit on you. We're not saying that it's true. But as a leader, you have to understand, right, that people are going to blame you when shit goes wrong because they're expecting you to make sure it goes right. And the American people are already kind of shook up from Trump's previous election. People are still shook up. You know, you got all of these what you call them? Curveballs being thrown to throw the American people off of focusing on what we need to focus on. Now they done brought up the goddamn, now the Epstein list is back to being talking about. These are all distractions, y'all. What does the Epstein list got to do with him being a correct president for this goddamn country? If he's on the Epstein list or not, does that take away from his leadership of this country? Because again, I keep telling y'all, we some goddamn freaks, Black Americans. We freaky. We always want to know what's going on in somebody's bedroom. We always got to know the tea about who slept with who. Y'all so goddamn nosy, Black Americans, that y'all want to know who the president's sleeping with. God damn. God damn. So you not worried about getting bombed. You worried about who he having sex with. You people are weirdos. Oh, he's the president of our country. You worried about who he in the bed with? You want to know if Trump was ever at an Epstein party because your nasty, freaky ass want to use that to say, well, why they holding Diddy accountable? They ain't hold Trump accountable. They ain't blame the white man. Last time I checked, you dumbass niggas, Epstein went to jail. See, you niggas, y'all think y'all so smart. I keep telling y'all, I done been through all of that shit. I know how you niggas think. You want to bring up this Epstein list again to try to discredit him being a president. And then try to leverage that on why he should pardon P. Diddy. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all so goddamn freaky. Y'all want Diddy out of jail. Why y'all want Diddy out of jail? Do y'all want to buy a dildo from Diddy? Do y'all want some Astroglide? How about some baby oil? How about it? Y'all can't get away from sex stories. Now, instead of us talking about the president and what he's doing for our country and speaking on policies and things that's affecting the American people, Y'all worrying about this man's bedroom. You people are freaks. Y'all are nasty. Because let's say this. Let's say Trump was in the Epstein files and he did all the shit y'all believe. Does that change him being a goddamn president? What does that change, y'all? You know what it changes? It gives you an excuse to say, see, I knew we couldn't trust Trump. Trump is. Just so y'all can say why Diddy should be free. Right? Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are disgusting, nasty freaks. That instead of y'all sitting here talking about Trump's politics, y'all want to talk about what's in his pants. Candace Owens. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Candace. Because you've been pissing me off lately, Candace Owens. I thought you had some sense. Why are you wandering off into T-land? Why don't you stay on policy, Candace? Why are you getting caught up in social media world, Candace? Why are you on your platform talking about the Epstein files, Candace? Huh? You starting to act like Tasha K now. Why you care so much, Candace? Ain't nobody worried about your husband. Ain't nobody worried about you. Why you worried about Mr. Donald Trump and who he done had sex with? What's wrong with y'all? Nobody ever cared about Diddy parties until a guy by the name of LeBron James came out and said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Y'all niggas ain't know nothing about no Diddy parties. You know what we thought the Diddy party was? All white affairs. We didn't know nothing about the Diddy parties till LeBron said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. When the footage came out about when Diddy was abusing Cassie, we still ain't know nothing about a freak off. We just said this nigga Diddy's a monster. Why would he feel go kick a woman? That's what we said. We still ain't know nothing about a freak off until LeBron said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. What's wrong with you? See, y'all are nasty perverts. Y'all nasty. So y'all still want to keep this freak off conversation going. That's why y'all brought back up the Epstein list. Why y'all not talking about these floods? Huh? Why y'all not talking about these floods? Huh? Why y'all not talking about the missing kids and women that is part of these floods? Why y'all not talking about that? Because y'all don't care about America. Y'all care about y'all sexual orifices. Y'all a bunch of nasty perverts. That's who y'all are. Nasty perverts. Y'all don't care about children. Y'all don't care about nothing. Y'all don't care about nothing. All y'all want to hear is who done did what to who. Oh, the Epstein list, the Epstein list. I'm sitting here watching Candace Owens, y'all like, is she serious? Candace, I thought you had some sense. Candace, I thought you was a conservative. Since when do conservative people worry about the affairs of other people's bedrooms? Especially when it's not put out in public. See, we got to talk about Diddy stuff because the goddamn footage hit the internet. And it just so happened that Diddy came out in a towel. That's how we knew it was some freaky shit going on. We wasn't in Diddy business before this. We weren't concerned with his bedroom, and we didn't know nothing about the Dildo Hall of Fame. We didn't know that this nigga had a sex museum in his house. We didn't know none of this. We didn't care about it. But since this Diddy stuff came out, y'all can't even talk about real life. Y'all so caught up in this man's bedroom, y'all don't want to talk about real life. Now y'all want to talk about other people's bedrooms. Oh, Trump was on that. We already showed that Trump ain't in the Epstein files. We already showed and proved that right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I don't care what they said. I don't care what they said. Jeezy told you he was a thug, and then we found out he was corporate thugging. Yeah. Candace Owens pissed me off, y'all. She talking about well, they came out and said the Epstein list existed. They came out and said aliens do too. You believe that, Candace? Come on, Candace. Come on now. Don't get caught up in it. Don't get, Candace, don't start chasing clout. Don't start chasing clout. Don't become Jasmine Crockett, Candace Owens. Don't become Jasmine Crockett. Stick to being a conservative, intellectual black woman that got some goddamn sense. Don't get caught up in that BS, Candace. Because that last video you put out about Trump, you sound very uninformed. You sound like Tasha K. That's how you sound. You sound like you chasing numbers and clout, and you trying to spin a narrative. I don't understand that, Candace. Why are you doing that? What up, Raj? Shout out to Raj in the building. What up, UFO? I don't understand that, Keita. Why is she trying to spin a narrative now about Trump? Why is she doing that? Why are you doing that, Candace? So now you're gonna do what Elon is doing because you upset about some shit he did. So because you don't agree with Trump's current decisions about what he's doing over there, you know, with Israel, now you want to spin a narrative, Candace? Now you pulling an Elon Musk? So now you want to spin a narrative about Trump because you don't like what he's doing. Come on now. We can't do that. We can't do that. We just can't. Mark says this man knows the truth, so many don't like it. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Tell him again, Mark. Tell him again. Candace, why you not talking about what's going on in this country right now like you was? Don't switch up on us, Candace. Hold the line. Hold the line. Leaders are always going to do shit you don't like. I thought you knew that, Candace. You are a leader. You've been groomed up under leaders. Since when leaders make decisions based on what the followers think? Let me say that again. Since when do leaders make decisions based on how the goddamn followers feel? The leader has the vision. The followers don't. So when you in leadership position, you got to expect, and I'm talking to all leaders right now, you have to expect to not be like that certain times. You got to expect that. That comes with leadership. People being mad at you. People disagreeing with you. That comes with leadership. That comes, this is why they say responsibility comes with having a certain title. If you a goddamn supervisor, you can't go to work every day thinking, hey, none of my workers gonna be mad at me today. You should expect that. You a goddamn supervisor. One of your workers might walk in with their own shit, just mad at what's ever going on, ain't got nothing to do with you. And they just might take it out on you because you the supervisor. Just walking around with an attitude. You got to understand this. So Trump is not moved by this silly shit Elon is doing. Trump is moved by what's happening to the American people. Do y'all know that the current death toll right now, 111 confirmed dead. This is in the last 6 hours, y'all. 111 people are confirmed dead. Confirmed. 161 people are missing in Kerr County. Y'all know Texas is one of the biggest states in the United States. Matter of fact, Texas is the biggest, if I'm not mistaken. It's Texas and then California. Texas is the biggest. It's Texas, then it's California. In Kerr County alone, 161 people are missing. Missing. You know what that means, right? Kidnapping. You know what kidnapping equates to during natural disasters, right? Human trafficking. Look up the history. This is part of American history if you look it up. During natural disasters, people always go missing. Always go missing. Because this is the time where you could kidnap people. Look it up. Remember what happened when Haiti had that earthquake? And all them people down there went missing mysteriously? Remember that shit that happened in Puerto Rico? And Fat Joe went down there to Puerto Rico and people was getting human trafficked? Look it up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. People always go missing during natural disasters. Remember all them Asian people that went missing during a tsunami? Thousands of Asians went missing during a tsunami. Who remembers that? See, but y'all want to sit here and talk about somebody genitals. That's what y'all want to talk about. Y'all nasty. Y'all don't care about life. This is what's going on in real life. Y'all want to talk about a goddamn Epstein list. Epstein is dead. That's why it ain't no goddamn list. Y'all don't get it? Oh, it's not a list now. He died with it, dummy. He died. How you think it ain't a list no more? He dead. Oh, you thought he died and the proof still laying around. What's wrong? Wait. Let me refresh y'all memories here. Perverts. Y'all forgot Epstein Island got burnt down? Y'all forgot the Man Island got burnt down. You think the goddamn list wasn't there somewhere? And if you want to know where the list is, it's in the ashes. You want to know where the list at, Candace? It's ashes, Candace. Didn't they burn the goddamn island down? Mysteriously, it caught on fire. Hey, y'all talking about where's the Epstein list? Epstein is dead. His island is gone. Why y'all worrying about, what's wrong with y'all? Why would you? Why did y'all even turn this into a conspiracy theory when it makes no sense? The man is dead. The man dead. Look. True Nation says, why is the chick in jail if there's no list? That's a dumb question. And then he says they think we're dumb. Bro, you just asked a dumb question. What that list got to do with her being in jail? What are you talking about? Ghislaine Maxwell is who Cassie is to Diddy. Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell was Cassie. Cassie and Christina Coram. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Ghislaine Maxwell helped Epstein run his shit. That's why she in jail. Y'all forgot they both was in jail? What's wrong with y'all people, man? Y'all forgot Epstein was in jail too? What's wrong with y'all people? They both went to jail. This nigga gonna ask me, oh, well, if there's no list, why Ghislaine Maxwell in jail? What's wrong with y'all? Where y'all think Cassie would be if she didn't testify on Diddy? Huh? Where do you think Capricorn Clark would be if she didn't testify on Diddy? What's wrong with y'all? It's called an accomplice. You sound stupid, man. You sound stupid. Thank you. Tell him again, L'Oreal. She's like a madam, y'all. Tell him again. These people slow. And you know why you slow? Because you a pervert and a freak. And a freak. That's why you can't think properly. Because you a freak. All you think about is freaky shit. That's why you can't put it together. You're gonna ask a dumbass question like that. Oh, if it ain't no list, why she in jail? Come on, bro. You people are sick. Sick in the head. And look at all these perverts. That was a valid question. Perverts. 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 People who are afraid to embrace real life. So they want to stay stuck in somebody's bedroom. You see this? You see this? People who are afraid to deal with real life and speak about real life shit, they rather talk about sex all day. Perverts. Perverts. Sick. Sick people. All you do is sit around and talk about sex all day. Ain't nothing else on your mind. You pervert. You nasty freak. That's why a lot of y'all don't raise y'all kids right. Because you're so busy sitting around being a pervert. That's why you don't read to your kids. You don't teach your kids how to write. Nothing. Because you're too busy being a pervert. Worrying about who having sex with who. Dumbasses. You a whole American citizen worrying about who the goddamn president having sex with. Y'all are dummies. You know how dumb that is? I don't care. I don't care if they lied to us about the Epstein list or not. I don't care. You know how much more shit they lied to us about? You know how much more shit that's more damaging than that? Y'all people sitting around here worried about shit that don't matter. That should not matter because it doesn't affect your life, good or bad. Good or bad. Good or bad. Us finding out about the Epstein list does what for our life? It does what? What does it do? Is it going to bring back your benefits? Huh? Is it going to bring back your EBT? Huh? Is it going to make sure your child is getting a decent education and eating decent food in his school? Is it going to affect any of that stuff? You know, shit that matters in real life. Huh? See, because I'm not concerned with things that don't affect me. This is why I was never concerned with who Diddy was laying up with, and I never knew nothing about a Diddy party. Because I never cared. Because I only was focused on the music. I'm focused on Trump being our president and him doing what he said he was going to do for our country. All his personal affairs, I don't care about. I don't care about. What up, Scuddy? Scuddy says the whole country IQ of 60. You do know the IQ test is flawed, right? Scuddy, you can look that up too. You can look that up too. Jen G says, go get a job, bro. I got a job. Jen G, I got a job. You see, look, you see what happens? When you don't allow people to be nasty, perverted freaks in your chat room, they start being personal. Get a job, nigga. Why? Because I told you stop being a pervert and start worrying about something that matters in life and not nobody else's penis. You weirdo. Go get a job, nigga. But if I was to sit here and keep gossiping about Trump's penis, y'all would be in here giving me money. Keep going, bro. Keep going. Y'all are weirdos. Y'all are weirdos. And y'all are anti-American. Anti-American. Y'all are weirdos. If I was in here still talking about Trump and who he might be having sex with, y'all are being here giving me money. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Weirdos. 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 Mark says, stay here and educate the masses. Salute, Mark. Unscripted Voices. Salute, fam. Unscripted Voices says, right, Gen Z, ha, ha, ha. We screwed if it was up to them. Come on now. Tell them again, Unscripted Voices. Tell them again. Hey, Queen Shay. Shout out to Queen Shay in the building. Good to see you, Queen Shay. Weirdos, Infinite Process. They weirdos. They don't want to talk about what's going on in their country. They want to talk about what's going on in people's bedroom. That's why y'all can't stop watching Love and Hip Hop. That's why y'all keep following lying-ass, corny-ass Cardi B and all her whole stories, because y'all are perverts. Oh, Cardi's having sex with Stephon Diggs. Oh, catch dolls with a football player. Oh my God. Scissor. Oh, wow. Did you see Erykah Badu? Weirdos. Go get you a life. You know, America is the perfect place to get you a life. You in America worry about somebody's bedroom. That's what you're doing. And you worried about who this man having sex with But then y'all gonna keep saying, ain't nothing wrong with being a freak. So ain't nothing wrong with what Diddy's doing, but y'all want to condemn Donald Trump. You people are weirdos, man. You people are weird. Let's get to the content. Let's get to the content. You people are weird. You people are weird. Weirdos. Weirdos. We ain't playing over here, man. You tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Smash that like button. Double tap your screens if you're here through the vertical feed. Hey, Clever Creatrix. Shout out to Clever in the building. What up, Raj? Salute. Look at this. This is from this morning, y'all. Texas flooding. 111 confirmed dead. Confirmed. 161 missing in Kerr County. You know how many counties it is in Texas? You got 161 people missing in one county, y'all. One county. The death toll stands at 111 people confirmed dead, CNN reported. Another 161 people are listed as missing in Kerr County, with about a dozen others in other parts of Texas. The number of missing is higher than previously reported. Look at all these people missing, y'all. New details are coming to the light about the preparations Camp Mystic had made before the storm. The Department of State Health Services in Texas showed that just 2 days before the deadly flash flood ripped through the property, the camp's emergency plan was approved by state inspectors. The approval said the camp had procedures to be implemented in case of a disaster, including telling campers what to do in the case of an evacuation and giving staff and counselors specific duties in case of emergency. The river that flowed next to the camp rose from 14 feet to 29 and a half feet within an hour overnight into July 4th. Flooding typically starts at 10 feet. At least 27 campers and counselors from Camp Mystic died, with 5 campers and 1 counselor still missing. This is crazy, y'all. This is a disaster. And the rest of the report, they're just giving us like a update. They was giving us updates since the 7th. So on July 7th, they reported 90 people were dead. On July 8th, 104 people were confirmed dead. Another update on July 8th, 108 dead. Today, 111 confirmed dead. This is a disaster. This is a tragedy going on in our country. And they're trying to divert our attention to an Epstein list. You see why I did the show earlier? Telling y'all that y'all better get y'all channels together? Because there's too much people out here putting out fake news, and they putting out news to incite the public. You see? Nobody's talking about this, though. Nobody's sitting here talking about how Texas is right next to the what? What is Texas right next to? Anybody in here from Texas? The further you get in Texas, where you end up at? Last time I checked, you end at the Mexican border. Last time I checked, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Texas close to the Mexican border? Ah. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? So we got all these people missing in Texas, knowing that Texas is a trafficking hub. Ah. Y'all worry about an Epstein list. Ah. We might have human trafficking going on right up under our nose, y'all. Right up under the government's nose. Y'all worry about a goddamn Epstein list. And Jeffrey Epstein been dead for how many years? For how many years? How many years Ghislaine Maxwell been in jail? Ghislaine Maxwell, she been in jail since like 2022, 2023. We might have real life human trafficking right up under our nose. You niggas still trying to talk about freak offs. Y'all still trying to talk about freak offs. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all are so anti-American. It's a shame. It's a shame. YouTube said they're not paying people for reused content no more. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, Brownie. It's coming. What up, Saudi Tate? Saudi Tate says, what you mean, Mike? There is defense trafficking going on right now. Yup, you're right. Shout out to Saudi Tate. In this article that I just read, they said 161 people are missing from one county, Kerr County. My man Third Ward is in the building. He know about Kerr County. 161 people are missing from that county alone. You know how big Texas is? The biggest. Texas is the biggest. And Texas is right next to the Mexican border. Hey, y'all. Where y'all think the foreign video vixens come from? Where y'all think they come from, y'all? Them bad yellow bones, them bad Latinas. Where you think they come from? Where y'all think they come from? They come from the border. They come up through places like Texas. And they end up in Atlanta in a strip club. Or end up in Miami in a strip club. Or end up in Houston in a strip club. She fresh from Mexico. Now she on Bensonette serving. Now she on Martin Luther King in Memphis. No, excuse me. She on Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis. They got that foreign thing from Mexico. Y'all think the Trump administration is just attacking anything and doing all. No. That's why they heavy on the deportation. That's why ICE is running rampant. Because a lot of these foreigners that were brought here too, they're being held hostage. It's a hostage situation. It's a trafficking situation. It's a sex ring. Y'all don't, man, do y'all really care about the affairs of America? This is some real stuff that's going on, man. This is real. So let's listen to Christine Noam. Shout out to Christine Noam. We know she's the Homeland Security Secretary. So let's hear what she has to say about this, right? Let's hear what she has to say. Let me share my screen. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Hit that like button on the way in, y'all. Hit the like button on the way in. Double tap your screens if you're here through the vertical feed. Let's hear what Kristi Noem has to say. Let's hear what she has to say. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
Kerr County, Texas devastated and 82 people dead after the state's catastrophic flooding.
President Trump signing a major disaster declaration for the county yesterday. This, as DHS Secretary Noem says, the flood exposes a neglected weather alert system.
Let's bring in the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. Madam Secretary, can you give us a little lay of the land right here? What do you see that the folks here on the ground need? What resources and what can we learn from this tragedy?
Well, this is a horrific situation, Lawrence. I mean, you're seeing it firsthand today. I was there on Saturday and spent my time with the governor and the emergency management responders and a lot of the families that have been impacted. Some of the parents of those kiddos at Camp Mystic as well. It was absolutely devastating. So we responded immediately as soon as the request came in with Coast Guard assets, with Customs and Border Protection assets that were specially trained for these kind of rescue missions. Also, FEMA has been activated and at an enhanced level. The partnership between the federal government and the state and those local officials is very tight and working hard to make sure that we're bringing some relief to these families and finding people and reuniting people with victims of this flood as soon as possible. But it is, make no mistake, how tragic this situation is. And the president is fully engaged and willing to do all that he can to help the people of Texas through this because it is a national situation that everybody's hearts are just broken over.
It really is. Madam Secretary, you had over the weekend said that there were some reforms needed for the emergency notification system. Can you be more specific about what those upgrades need to be?
Well, when I got there on Saturday, one of the number one questions we got asked was, we were notified, but we only had a couple of hours of notice before this flash flood came. Was the National Weather Service proactive? What was the process that was followed? And the National Weather Service did send out notifications, gave as much time as they could with the tools that they have. And we actually had staff on the ground that was more than would have been in the past because of the holiday vacation. But frankly, the National Weather Service under President Trump has been working to put in new technology and a new system because it's been neglected for years. It's an ancient system that needed to be upgraded. And so President Trump recognized that right away and got to work on it when he came into office in January. But that installation is not complete and that technology isn't fully installed, but the alerts went out. We can continue to learn from every single situation, but know that during these times when we are trying to help people heal from situations like this, the best thing to do is to look and see how we can help and how we can walk alongside people and get them some relief, make sure that we're doing all that we can to be more proactive in the future, but get through this terrible time right now as well.
Sure. But was there any specific breakdown in this particular case that we should know about?
Not that we found it so far. The National Weather Service put out the alerts when they received them. And unfortunately, in many places in our country, we have flash floods like this that do occur. And the notification was proactive and out there. Would everybody like more time? Absolutely. In so many situations when we see terrible events like this and these natural weather disasters, more notification is always extremely helpful. This situation was especially tragic because of the location, because of the holiday weekend, because of these kids in these camps that were impacted along the Guadalupe River. And the loss of life is just devastating. We know the numbers are continuing to rise and we have been prepared for that. But boy, for those families that are sitting there waiting for word, their hearts are just broken, absolutely broken.
Madam Secretary, you stood next to the president as he talked about dismantling FEMA in favor of greater autonomy and targeted resources under the control of state and local officials. Does this tragic situation underscore that need for you, or does that change that dynamic of what would work best moving forward?
I think what we've seen here is exactly what President Trump has envisioned for FEMA is immediately allowing the state to do the response and supporting them in every way that they can. So this response was driven by Governor Abbott and his emergency management director and the local officials that were on the ground. And we were immediately there to fill in the gaps where they needed and to give them their disaster declaration as soon as possible, which happened almost immediately as soon as the governor asked. That's the FEMA and how it should operate, rather than how it operated under the Biden administration and previous administrations, where it was slow to respond, slow to get resources there. We already have emergency response teams on the ground that have been there from the very beginning. And then we want to empower the states to do the response that's necessary to best serve their people. So, the FEMA that President Trump wants in place is one that takes care of people, but also empowers those people who live in those communities that know how best to respond to have the authority to do so.
Yeah, real quickly, Madam Secretary, I still can't get over the 45 minutes. I mean, from alert, 45 minutes to respond to the high level of water. I mean, I had one of your swimmers on. We had on Fox and Friends for the Coast Guard, and he said that he didn't even feel safe getting in that water. So how can we expect, kids to respond in 45 minutes?
Yeah, I can't get over it either, Lawrence. I mean, I really can't wrap my head around it. The alerts went out several hours in advance, but the rise in the level of water and how quickly that happened just really was unprecedented for this area, how quickly it happened in that alert and what those individuals had to do to get to safety and what those counselors and camp directors tried to do to get those girls to safety was absolutely unbelievable. Hugging those parents on Saturday as they were looking for their children. I talked to one father who found one of the best friends of his daughter while he was still looking for his daughter, hugged one of the grandpas who was looking for his granddaughter. Yesterday, Franklin Graham and I had a call and a prayer and shared some scriptures with families at a church that were still waiting to find their loved ones, and spent some time visiting with them and talking to them about this difficult situation. It really is unbelievable, the tragedy that we are seeing. And my hope and prayer is that we can find these people with their family members as soon as possible.
We join you, Secretary, in those prayers mightily. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Madam Secretary.
Now, y'all heard that? Shout out to everyone that's in the building right now. Shout out to everyone. But this is crazy, y'all. What's up, Just Jules? Just Jules says, keep your prayers, kids are dead. Now, don't say that. Don't say that. Party means nothing here. Pray for these people. Absolutely. What's up, Laylo 904? Laylo 904 says, I can't imagine what those parents are enduring, but I pray for them. Exactly. How you doing, Tammy Pierce? The Pine Woods of East Texas is a beautiful place to live. But y'all see this, man? This is a travesty. I don't understand why this is not being covered in our community. I don't know why. I mean, I don't understand why natural disasters and things like this don't really concern people. Why isn't this concerning? Why? I'm trying to understand. You're more concerned about a man going to jail who hires male escorts to sleep with his girlfriends. You're more worried about what happens to him than what just happened in Texas. Y'all are more worried about the list of a dead man than what's going on with people right here in your goddamn country that's alive. Innocent people, not criminals, not weirdos and perverts. We're not talking about Mr. Man Milk. That's Diddy nickname, by the way, Mr. Man Milk. You care about what happens to a criminal and a pervert more than what happens to innocent American children. You rather cover what happens to sick adult human beings, people who are sick in the head. But you're going to sit here and say, oh, we shouldn't pray for these people, but we should pray for Diddy? Huh? We should pray for Diddy, right? We should pray for Diddy. I see y'all niggas saying, yeah, man, shout out to Diddy, free Diddy. I don't never want to see a man in jail. Oh, really? Oh, so people that abuse women shouldn't be in jail. Sexually abusing women. They shouldn't be in jail. Something wrong with you people, man. This is why I'm seeing why y'all are being deemed anti-American. You're being deemed anti-American for the simple fact that you have no empathy for what happens to American people. You have no empathy for what happens to American people. And did y'all hear what was said? Texas goddamn technology was outdated. Did y'all hear that part? Did y'all notice how they said Trump had to put up some money? He had to create a budget so they can get their national weather advisory alerts, so they can get that system fixed. They said the system was outdated for years, for decades, they said. This is why Trump said, let's get rid of all of these federal agencies and turn the responsibility down to the states. Because we're paying all of these local politicians who are doing nothing. 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 Who are not focused on the well-being of the people in these goddamn cities and states. But we're going to keep putting these federal agencies together and then funding these federal agencies to fund these people who not doing their goddamn job. He should have cut FEMA money, Just Jules. He should have. Because guess what? Your local goddamn government could do what FEMA could do. And we just saw that with Governor Abbott in Texas, who came right together with the OEM, the Office of Emergency, right? And they came together, they got their message to Trump, and shit got done. They didn't need FEMA. They didn't need FEMA. See, y'all like all these federal organizations and all of these federal agencies so y'all can have somebody to blame instead of blaming the correct people, which is the people in your local government. Yeah. Y'all want to keep making everything federal while y'all sit here on the lower levels and do nothing but collect money for pushing papers. Yeah, that's why Trump got y'all asses out of the system. Bunch of paper pushers. You ain't effective at your job. You just push paper. Take your ass home. You work for the government for nothing. Do you know what working for the government means? Do you know what working for the government means? Working for the city, Do you know what that mean? That don't mean you just got a job, nigga. But that's what niggas think. And niggas don't have a race or a color. That's what niggas think. Niggas think they just got a good job. You don't know what you're responsible for. You don't know what you're representing. You just think you got a good job. Oh, I got a city job. So now, do you know that you are a representation of that city that you work for? Dumbass. Do you know that? As a city worker, do you know that? Or are you just somebody who brag about your job and like to talk shit about other people who ain't on a level as you? Because this is what I see most Americans do. Pop shit. Oh, I work for the government. I ain't got no regular job. Okay, how effective are you? Because that's what matters. I don't give a fuck about your money. How effective are you? Are you effective? That's what matters. I don't care what you drive. I don't care where you live. I don't care how much money you make. If you work for the city or the state, are you effective? Do you care about the well-being of the people in the city you work for or the state you work for? Because if you don't, I don't care what you drive, where you go, where you eat. I don't care about none of that shit. You just a paper pusher. And people like you need to go and work in retail because you don't care about nobody. You don't care about nobody's well-being. That don't matter to you. Then you shouldn't be in the position you in. It's called having morals. Yeah. Something that a lot of y'all been running from a long time. I ain't gotta have no morals. I know. That's why you ain't got no respect from nobody. Because you ain't got no morals. Thank you, Carlene Lewis. I appreciate that super chat. Shout out to Miss Carlene in the building. Not a care in the world. But don't even know that it's their job to care. That's why they hired your goofy ass, because they thought you cared. That's why you got hired for your city job. That's why you got hired for your state job. Because you made it clear that you actually care. Come on now. Tell them again, Mark. The truth stands all by itself. The truth don't need no organization. The truth don't need no fraternity. The truth don't need none of that. Damn sure don't. Shout out to Willie. I appreciate that, Willie. Yeah, Trump cares about the people. Yeah, he does. When Governor Abbott, who is the governor of Texas, right? When him and his local administration reached out to Trump, Trump immediately got them funds sent over and got them people working on a new system over there in Texas. Yes, he does care about the American people because he went and got something done over there in Texas expeditiously. Of course, it's not done yet, but he got the money to them and they already building what they need to be built, what they need built. They just not finished the project yet, but they already got the money and the project already started. So now what, Just Jules? How he don't care about the American people? He got that shit sent to them express. Yeah. Let me ask you something, Just Jules. Did Barack Obama care about the people? Because you like coming in here asking rhetorical questions. Let me ask you one. Did Barack Obama care about the American people? Salute, Willie. Appreciate you, fam. Did Barack Obama care about the American people? See, you trying to get timed out now. Cause now you just talking bullshit. So Trump don't care about the American people, but Barack does? Barack? What Barack do for you? Last time I checked Just Jews, Barack Obama put 403s over women. It's because of Barack Obama that a lot of y'all women work for a 403. What y'all talking about? A 403 is your boss. Because of Obama. Yeah, Zeus Network, Lemmy. All y'all work for Lemmy, a 403. Who put the mooks in charge? Barack Obama, but he did something for you? Are you a mook? Just Jews? Respectfully, are you a mook? Because Barack Obama ain't do shit for heterosexual people. Black, white, green, yellow, or red. He ain't do shit for straight folks. He ain't do nothing for people who want a conventional family. He did shit for the 403s and the mooks. But Just Jews said, he did something for me. What'd he do for you? Who timed out Just Jews? Don't time her out, y'all. Don't time her out. Hey, Just Jews, I apologize for that. Don't time her out. She said, why am I getting timed out? Don't time her out. Don't time her out, y'all. She's not a troll. Don't time her out. She be trolling, but she not a troll. Infinite Process says, I've never seen Obama show up to a natural disaster. You never will. And they can't stand with, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, L'Oreal. And they can't stand women. Law Dog says your access to corruption facts is at an all-time high. I had to ask that, OG. Shout out to the OG in the building. Salute, OG. Shout out to the OG Elisino, man. It's the residential OG right there. Just Jew says, no, I'm an educated woman who believes the man is the leader of the family. And you agree with Barack Obama? Yeah, you trolling. Don't time out, y'all. She just trolling. Don't time out. She just trolling, y'all. She just trolling. Don't time out, though. Oh, nobody timed out? Cut it out, Just Jules. We don't time people out over here. We deliver Ubers. We deliver Uber priorities and Uber blacks. We don't time people out. So don't be over here lying on my Maj, Just Jules. Because one of my top lovely lady Maj right here said nobody timed you out. Don't come in here lying on my Maj, Just Jules. It's okay for you to disagree. It's all love. But ain't nobody time you out. We don't play that over here. We don't do that. We don't do that. What up, World Class? Shout out to my guy, World Class. Obama has to ask his husband, Michael, first. Tell him again, World Class. Shout out to World Class. Obama is a 403 lover. He loves 403s. He never cared about the American people. And how I know, y'all didn't even care if Barack did anything for us. Because guess what? Every time y'all talked about Barack, y'all always talked about Michael. Oh, did you see Barack and Michael? Oh, Barack and Michael, they was at a show. Oh, did you see Barack and Michael? They was holding hands. Y'all never bragged about Barack being a great president. Y'all never bragged about Barack standing on business. Y'all always bragged about him being with Michael. Look at Michael. Look at Michael. No, I wasn't going to put you on timeout, Just Jules. Cut it out. Look at Michael. Oh my God. Reagan is the biggest drug dealers. Yeah, we know. We know Big Honcho. Facts. Because normal people don't boast about a president. Only cult members do. What? What? You people crazy, man. You people are crazy. Yo, y'all people crazy, man. Y'all people are crazy. Y'all don't just want to respect the fact that Trump cares about the American people? Why can't y'all just accept it, man? Governor Abbott reached out. They got help immediately. They got the money and the people to put up the technology. They got that stuff immediately. But here's the problem that y'all are not paying attention to. That Kristi Noem said. Kristi Noem said that the national advisory system that was in Texas was outdated decades. They said that this stuff need to be replaced a long time ago. So is that a federal problem or a state problem? This is why Trump is talking about getting rid of FEMA. Because the same shit FEMA does, the local government's supposed to do. And they used to do it when America was great. Back in the day, there wasn't no FEMA agencies. The local government took care of that stuff. The local government took care of that stuff. And now Trump is rerouting it back to those people. You know why? Because you don't get paid a upwards amount, 6 figures a year for nothing. We don't pay you $200,000 a year for nothing. You don't get to walk around with the prestige of being a governor or a mayor and you don't stand on business. You don't stand on business. You just sitting around being flashy, getting money. Do y'all know how many states this has been happening to? Where it's the local government that's the reason why shit is messed up? Because who do you think misappropriates federal funds? See, if y'all been following this channel and y'all been following me in this Trump content, y'all understand what I'm talking about. Who do you think misappropriates the federal funds? The local governments. Where do you think they get the money from? They get the money from the federal government. So if they getting the money, why is still shit shitty in these cities? Why? If they getting the money from the federal government, why are these cities still trash? Huh? This is sad, man. This is sad. It's sad. So DS1, are you with Trump and DeSantis spend? Yes, I agree with Alligator Alcatraz. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't care how much this shit costs. Why are y'all focusing on money that ain't got nothing to do with your money? Them spending money on jails ain't gonna affect your money. What that got to do with your money? Don't you go to work? I don't understand you people. I don't understand y'all logic. It sounds like y'all just crying and complaining because somebody's not bending to your will. That's what this stuff sounds like to me. What does he spending $450 million on a jail got to do with your money? Got to do with the people? What that got to do with anything? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. They use tax money. Yeah, they use tax money. What you think your tax money? Why do you think you pay taxes? What you think they supposed to use the tax money for? You know what else your tax money's used for, Mr. Jason Smith? Because you think you smart. You think you coming in here telling me something. You know what else your tax money go to? Them fucked up streets in your neighborhood that you ride down every day and get a flat tire. That's where your tax money go to. You know where else your tax money go, Mr. Jason Smith? You know where else your tax money go? To that piece of shit schools that our children are housed in. You know where else your tax money go? To the bad, poor food that they feed our kids. So your tax money just don't go to build jails. Okay? Your tax money is just not used to build jails. And here she go making up lies. Oh, it goes into Trump's pockets. Lying. I thought Trump was a billionaire. Why the fuck he need to take Americans' money? I thought he was rich already. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta hold the line, man. 1 minute y'all saying one thing, the next minute y'all saying something else. Now Trump taking our tax money. I thought he was rich already. If he rich already, why he taking our money? What do he need our money for? Oh, because he greedy? Y'all gonna make up some more conspiracies? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You people are y'all people are crazy, man. Y'all people are crazy. All illegal immigrants better leave. Badass Tom Homan and ICE are coming and putting America first. Facts, Mark Walter. Shout out to Tom Homan. And don't forget, hey Mark Walter, don't forget about Cash Patel and the FBI. Don't forget about old Cash. Cash is going crazy. Shout out to Cash Patel and the FBI. Because they all working together. Border Patrol, FBI, and ICE. They all working together. They're working together. Don't forget about Cash Patel. Trump was never a billionaire. Man, listen, I'm out to end this show because I get it with you people. You people are drunk off hatred. Y'all drunk off hatred. Y'all drunk off hatred, man. Y'all drunk off hatred, man. You people are drunk off hatred. Y'all think the way y'all feel about Donald Trump is gonna change your life. When y'all need to be focused on that. Y'all need to be focused on, okay, what can we do to make our lives better? You know what y'all sitting around focused on? This. Trump is evil. So if Trump is evil, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? He's so evil. What you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? Okay, Trump is in the Epstein files. And so what? Now what? He in the Epstein files. Now what y'all gonna talk about? So what? So what? Now what? Now what? Does that make America great again? Because we found out he's in the Epstein files? Huh? What happens if we find all of this out? Oh, Trump's nasty. Oh, Trump's just like Diddy. And you know who else like Diddy? Tyler Perry. Now shut up. Now shut up. Goddamn perverts. You want to prove? Okay, Donald Trump was at Epstein parties. Guess who was at Diddy parties? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. Guess who else was at Diddy parties? Mr. T.D. Jakes. Guess who was else at Diddy parties? Dwight Howard. Mr. Dwight Howard. He can't keep a girl for more than 6 months. He can't keep a woman for more than 6 months. So what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What point are you making? What point are you making? You don't have a point. You just a lonely pervert. That's what a lot of y'all are, a bunch of lonely freaks. And y'all come on the internet to get yourselves off by listening to nasty, perverted shit all day. That when you come into a chat room and you hear something that's going on in real life, you want to go back to being a freak and a weirdo. Because you don't care about what's going on in real life. Because you caught up in pee-pee land. You caught up in Diddy land. That's where y'all at. Y'all in Diddy Island. Diddy Island. Team Glide. Y'all want to join Team Glide. Y'all not worried about what's going on in this country. Yeah, I thought Dwight Howard was married. No, she just filed a divorce after 6 months because she got tired of ramrodding him. Yeah. 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 She got tired of putting on a strap on. That's why she divorced him. She got tired of being a nasty freak. She got tired of being a nasty freak. She want to be a wife. Dwight Howard got her walking around the house with a penis on. That's why she divorced that weirdo. And y'all want to throw Trump in the weirdo bag. Y'all want to say because Trump rich, he got to be a weirdo. He got to be a weirdo. But it's proof that Tyler Perry, Mr. Tyler Perry, yeah. Y'all want to talk about that. See that? Dwight is a zest monster. He's a zest monster. That's what y'all want to talk about, right? Y'all want me to talk about zest monsters? Huh? Y'all want me to talk about zest monsters? That's what y'all want to hear? Talk about them zest monsters, DS1. We want to hear about the dildos, DS1. What about the Astroglide, DS1? That's what y'all want to hear about, right? That's what y'all want to hear about, right? Freaks. That's what y'all want to hear about. Y'all want me to talk about that, right? Y'all want me to talk about that. Because y'all don't want to talk about real life. Because when I talk about real life, guess what y'all do? Y'all go back to Diddy land. Well, what about the Epstein list? Nigga, I'm talking about Donald Trump and him helping these people that's out in Texas dying, and y'all talking about an Epstein list. I'm talking about shit that's really happening in real life to people. Not some shit that happened years ago. The goddamn island don't even exist no more. And y'all still talking about it. People crazy, man. People crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. And again, since somebody said I like to repeat myself, yes, I do like to repeat myself. You know why? Because I don't have a script. See, I don't have no books. There's no paper here. Look, I'm not wired. There's nobody talking to me in my ears. Straight off the press. Yeah. So I'm going to say things more than once so y'all can understand it. So y'all can get the point. We need to continue to, and we're going to continue over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV to have the real life conversations. To talk about what's going on in real life. We don't care about hip hop. We don't care about none of that shit no more. Because we know it's all an illusion. We know it's all a lie. Why are we going to keep talking about fiction? Why we want to keep wasting our time on fictitious characters? Why? We already know they lied to us. They're a bunch of agents. They sold us out. Why we need to keep talking about them? You ain't got nothing else to talk about? You ain't got nothing else floating through your brain? Huh? When we might have another human trafficking problem going on here. And it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Because trust and believe, Tom Holman and Cash Patel and them, they looking for them people that's missing. Trust and believe. They already got the resources on the ground looking for them people. They looking for them people, man. They are looking. And you better believe ain't shit crossing that border until they search it thoroughly. Tom Holman don't play no games. Won't no truck or car get through that border until it is checked thoroughly. Thoroughly. They don't play no games. Go look up the facts on how many people they done found. How many kids they done rescued. Come on now. Shout out to the Trump administration. Shout out to them, man. They doing a great job with making America great again. Making this country great again. So my son could grow up in a better country than I did. I would love for that. I would love to see that. I would love to get old and see my son growing up in a better goddamn country. I would love that. Y'all don't think about that, do y'all? A lot of y'all got grandkids. You ain't thinking about the world your grandkids gonna grow up in. You sitting here worrying about Mr. Man Milk. You sitting here worrying about Diddy and his kids. You ain't worrying about your own. who gonna grow up in the regular world and get a job and gotta live life. You ain't worried about that, are you? Because you caught up in Diddy land. You caught up in Diddy land. That's what y'all caught up in. Diddy land. Diddy land. Not real life. Not what America gonna be in the next couple of years. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm focused on. My son about to be 7 months at the end of this month. 7 months. You think I'm not thinking about this country? I got a son I got to provide, problem solve, and protect. And I also got to do the same thing for his mother. And I also got to do the same thing for my mother. I'm a man, nigga. I'm not worried about another man's penis. I'm worried about what I got to take care of in real life. My son getting ready to be 1 year old. You think I got time to get caught up in Diddy land and talk about dildos? My son getting ready to be 1 year old. In December, he's going to be 1 already. Do you really think I'm worried about a Diddy trial and an Epstein list? See, I don't know what world you people live in. I live in the real world. A lot of y'all is caught up in the world you want to live in instead of living in the real world. A lot of y'all want to live in Diddy land. A lot of y'all want to be in Diddy land. Look at this dumb shit. Stupidity. Stupidity. Lisa Ann says, I'm glad the stupid clown show is over. Me too. Mark Walter says, my grandkids are planning, what you said? My grandkids are planning on a National Guard or Coast Guard. Proud grandpa. See? Shout out to you, Mark. You see what I'm talking about? His grandchildren want to be a part of the National Guard or the Coast Guard. So what it look like Mark being anti-American? What it look like Mark going against his goddamn president when his goddamn grandchildren want to serve the goddamn president? Because that's what you do as a military person. You serving the president and your country. You taking orders from your president. Because the president is in charge of the military, the executive branch of government. He calls shots when it comes to the military. Why you think Trump got all those 403s out of the military? Why you think he got all those 403s out of the military? Because when I push a button, we coming. Y'all better wake up. Know what world y'all in? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But shout out to Trump and his response to the Texas flood crisis. Our prayers definitely go out to those people out there in Texas, man. For real. Because they going through something, man. And I got family in Texas. I have family in Texas. You see? So I'm looking at this a whole nother way, y'all. And it's fine for y'all to disagree with me. Shout out to everyone, man. I'm not opposed to any disagreements. But to you dildo supporters, y'all who I have a problem with. You man milk lovers, whenever y'all come in my chat room, I'm gonna roast you niggas. Every time. You man milk, bam dusky lovers. You Thyson lovers. Yeah. You Tyler Perry watchers. Because a lot of y'all still watch old Tyler Perry. Even though you found out he's a goddamn weirdo and a rapist. Y'all still over there watching Medea. Y'all forgot this man done made the black community love 403s. Mr. Tyler Perry. What do you think Medea is? Medea is a 403. Medea is a 403. Y'all invited that 403 right into y'all house. Bam Bottoms, Mr. Bam Dusky. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about that, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Tell him again, sis. She says, agree to disagree, but don't be goofy. Straight grapists, Coffee, man. They grapers, man. They grapers. Grapers. I know Just Jules. Shout out to you. I know you just be trolling me. You be trolling. I know. It's all love. Go woke or go broke. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Mark Walter. Shout out to Mark Johnson Moments too. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been holding it down today. Thank y'all. Cindy Slater says, what's a 403? It's the opposite of a 304. A 403 is the opposite of a 304. You put it together, Cindy. Put it together. The opposite of a 304. Mm-hmm. Mr. Man Milk, Medea. Come on, man. Get out of here with this shit. We got more important things, especially to my Black Americans. Shout out to all Americans. Shout out to everybody that supports. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Shout out to everyone that supports this channel. We don't race bang over here. We don't play that shit. Because we know that that's a stupid game. Right? But let me say this to my Black Americans in particular. This ain't the time for you to hate nobody. Get off the fake Black power shit. That time is gone. We don't want to hear about no Caucasus Mountains and nigga, shut up. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. Because y'all was the main niggas that took checks and sold out. So please shut up. If you ain't focusing on being an American at this point, I don't want to hear nothing from you. And you could disagree with me all you want. Who cares? I don't care if you disagree with me. I know what I'm talking about. I know what's going on in this country right now. And all that fake Black shit is going to get you canceled. It's going to get you canceled out here. Y'all know it's fake anyway. Because y'all was taking white Jewish money in the name of Black power. So shut up. Tell me shit about Trump being evil, nigga. You evil. Because you told me you was for your people, but then you went to the man that you claimed the devil and took money from him. You evil, nigga. You evil, nigga. tell me shit about Donald Trump, nigga. All I know Donald Trump for being is a shrewd businessman. That's all I know him for. I know what I know you for, nigga. I know you a lying, conniving, fake-ass black power nigga. You side netter ass nigga. That's what I know about y'all. I know I can't trust you, nigga. Because you go and buy firearms to shoot niggas. That's why you go buy firearms. You don't buy firearms like normal Americans do to protect their household and to protect their family. You went and got a 100-shot Glock for me. But then when it's time to talk about Donald Trump, you want to talk about racism. Shut up, you fake lying ass nigga. Because guess what the KKK said? The KKK said, we don't even have to kill them niggas anymore. We can sit back and watch them kill themselves. So I don't want to hear none of that pro-black shit from you niggas. Because you got a gun on you right now just in case a nigga say something you don't like. Every time you leave your house and you cock your gun back, the first thing you say, I dare one of these niggas. That's the first thing come out your mouth, boy. So don't tell me nothing about Donald Trump, you lying ass weirdo. Y'all the sellouts. You go buy guns to shoot black folks. Shut up, nigga. You ain't shot a white person in your life. And you never will. Nigga, when the police ride through the block, you hurry up and throw your cup down, you scary ass nigga. Don't tell me nothing about supporting America, you fake ass niggas. You fake ass niggas. When the police pull up, chill. I know, nigga, because I was the one standing up when the police pulled up on us, nigga. I was the one telling the police, you can't search us. That was me. And guess what you niggas said? Yo, chill. Yo, chill, boy. They gonna lock us up. Fake ass niggas. Don't play with me. Bunch of fake ass niggas. Shout out to Donald Trump. Fake ass niggas. You niggas ain't about nothing. You ain't about doing nothing. So I was out there, nigga. You ain't gonna stand on nothing. When the police come, chill, boy. Stop talking. Stop talking so much. That's what you niggas used to tell me. Fuck out of here. I'm one of them for real. I did that. And guess what you niggas said? Chill before we go to jail. I said, you niggas scared to go to jail? I thought y'all was standing on something. But you gonna go to jail for this. 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 On blood. You gonna go to jail. But you ain't never done nothing in the name of black power, nigga, but bang on other niggas. Kicking niggas out of whips. You ain't never did nothing to nobody of importance, nigga. Niggas can't talk that shit to me. Cause soon as that white man on that goddamn horse ride up, all you niggas line up. I saw it already. You niggas are fake. That's why I stepped away from all you niggas. Y'all niggas is fake. Cause y'all ain't gonna go down. Y'all ain't gonna die. Y'all ain't gonna die because you don't believe it. Y'all ain't gonna die in the name of black power. Stop lying. When police come around, yo, shut up, boy. Yo, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't give them a hard time. The same people y'all come in my chat room and call racist. Bunch of cowards. Bunch of cowards. That's how I know it's all fake. It's all fake. It's all fake. So you can't come in here and beat me over the head with being black. Because I know what it is to be black. And I know what it is to be a nigga too. Because I was a nigga for a long time. And guess what I found out about niggas? Niggas are cowards. You niggas are cowards. Let them hop out that police car. All that shit you be talking on the internet, you gonna shut up, nigga. Niggas ain't never stood on nothing. The white man is the devil on the internet. You ain't never called no white man no devil to his face. Me and my homies was doing it on the block. We was doing it, nigga. Don't touch me, devil. We did that for real. Nigga. Guess what that got us? Nowhere. Zero. It got us a zero. It got us nowhere. It equated to nothing. It meant nothing. It meant nothing. It got us nowhere. Play with me. What's up, Eric Ford? Yeah, they be scared, L'Oreal. Scared ass niggas. Come in here that pro-black shit. Niggas is scary. I've been there. You niggas be talking about I'm from the trenches. You ain't from no trenches, nigga. You ain't from no trenches. You know what the trenches is, nigga? You talking about? What you talking about, nigga? Niggas never had no reason to fight for nothing. Don't talk to me. You ain't never had no reason to fight for nothing. Shout out to the Trump administration. I know what's real and what's not now. I know we've been lied to. Malcolm X told us a long time ago, we've been hoodwinked. Hoodwinked. Bamboozled. And led astray. Y'all thought he was talking about the white man, didn't y'all? See how stupid y'all are? He was talking about black people. He was talking about the Nation of Islam when he said that. We've been hoodwinked, led astray, and bamboozled. We've been told that a white man is the devil, but when I went back to the holy land of Mecca and stood around the black goddamn box, I was praying with white folks. That's why he said we've been lied to, nigga. You thought he was talking about white people. You thought he was talking about the education system. See how you niggas was fooled? You thought Malcolm was talking about the system. No, he was talking about how the nation lied to him. That's why they end up unaliving his ass. Because he started telling the truth about what happened to him. How he was lied to because he believed it. Then he went back home and was praying around the same people he was told that his country was the devil. Yep. And then when he came back and told the world we've been lied to, they knocked him off. They knocked him off. See that? Ain't no white man, no fucking devil. You know the Nation of Islam get money from the fucking government? 501c3, just like they talk about that goddamn church. They do the same shit. Oh, lying ass niggas. I'm done. I'm done. One World Gov says, I love Trump and I love America. Most of all, I love God. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lay Low says there's racism everywhere and it's devastating. It is. It is. But I'm not going to let racism define me. I did it long enough, Lay Low. I let racism define me. Because that's what's behind all that pro-black shit. Darkness and negativity. They never teach you how to embrace who you are. They only teach you how to react. They never teach you how to respond and how to move on. That's what pro-black never taught us. How to move on. How to move on in life and still live. They ain't teach us that. That's how you know it was all a lie and a psyop. And they were paid to lie to their own fucking people. Right, Sarnetta? Yeah, I love calling out sellouts. Right, Brother Polite? And the conscious community? They were paid to sell us out, to keep us in the dark, to keep us on that black shit. So we don't go nowhere in life. Still talking black shit, ain't never been to Disney World. Come on, man. Not me. Shout out to Let Me Put the Tip in, man. Shout out to everyone for tuning in today. Shout out to everyone for tuning in today, man. Shout out to you, James Norman. I appreciate your support, man. Shout out to everyone for pulling up to today's show. If you're new here, you enjoying the content, man, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. We will be back. We will be back. If we're not back tomorrow, we will be back Friday. If we're not back tomorrow, we will be back Friday. So y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all stay tuned. Look at Just Jules. She got a troll before the show over. Look at her trolling. Shout out to Just Jules. I appreciate you, Just Jules. Thank you so much, Miss L'Oreal. I appreciate you as one of my top lovely lady mods coming through and holding it down today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love and the support that you give to me in this platform. Shout out to all of my lovely lady mods that are here today. Shout out to all of my lovely lady mods. Salute to y'all ladies. Y'all know y'all always come through and do y'all do. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Salute to everyone that's in the building, man. Welcome to all the new supporters. You have just tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.